Hey y'all, it's Morgan. Welcome to my happy place. Have you ever had one of those days where you just wanted to run screaming down the street, ripping your hair out, completely naked? Yep, I'm having one of those days. Well, not really, but orchid-wise I am. So, here's what's happened. I came to look at my poor little Phalaenopsis. I have this one that's been doing good, or so I thought. I had it in rock. Um, have been very judicious with my watering, not overdoing it. Well, I just didn't like the way some of the bottom leaves looked. Um, they're dehydrated. So I figured I needed to go in and take a closer look at what was going on with the roots. Yep, what roots? No, I did not rot them. They were dry and desiccated because I've been doing so good with not overwatering. So anyway, I've cut all the roots off. You know, I had come to semi-hydro through full water culture. I had attempted full water culture. I could not handle the roots just completely dying off like they were doing. It turns out with some of my plants, I think what had happened, they were sick. Not just that the roots were dying off because of water culture. I think they were just sick plants. Um, and so, of course, I have other sick plants who still just, they were not doing good in the rock. And a lot of it is, I need to see the roots on these plants anyway. Dendrobiums, things like that, I'm fine. I can not see the roots and I seem to keep them alive. Maybe they're just easier. I don't know. But these plants have just not been doing well. I am seeing some progress with a couple of them, but they haven't had any roots to speak of, so it's been very hard to put them in any sort of medium and tell what's going on with them. I don't have Rick L's skill with mounting, so I did not go that route. Forgive the dust. It is horrible in here right now. I don't know. I think it's one of my birds. He powders. He's a cockatiel, and they produce this powder, and it just is coating everything. Anyway, they these plants just have not had any real roots to speak of. This one had quite a phosphorus deficiency going on, and it still does. You can see it's purple, but it is actually greening up. I have been using a um, orchid fertilizer and just foliar feeding. So I've just been spraying it on the foliage, probably more than I should be, but it really wasn't making progress. So I'm actually doing it every couple of days. I'm not drenching it, and I am doing it more on the underside of the leaves. But I'm seeing some progress with the color. But these roots, ooh, yeah, not so much. I mean, there's a little bit going on there, but not a lot. So I have these in water culture. I'm going to give it another go. I'm not really sinking it down in there. I have some rocks in there so it can set on it. And I probably will rinse the roots, just every day or two. I don't want to keep them wet, at least not until they start growing and get, you know, acclimated to it. And this one has actually been making a bit of a recovery. There are some little root buds trying to grow. I think I need to scrape that one down just a little bit. But I think it's starting to do a little better. This one, this leaf that was over here it was just yellowing, and I felt like it was probably draining the plant and hurting it more than helping it. So I just kind of lopped it off today. And, a little cleanup would not be ill-advised here. But I do see some, attempts at a root. So, yeah, okay. So for these, right now, water culture. We're going to see how it goes. These are, I guess, my little guinea pig plants. I'm going to take y'all outside to see a few of my other phals that I haven't managed to completely destroy. So, hang on. Oh yeah, let me throw this in here too. This plant is one of my guinea pigs as well, and I did end up pulling it out and just put it in the rock. It does have some roots, not great roots. I'm sorry, all the light's kind of bad. Although we're supposed to be having the eclipse right now, and it was supposed to be visible in my area, but yeah, apparently we're good. Anyway, this does have some roots, so they're, you know, the tips are kind of submerged in water in a couple of places. Well, they're all right. They're close to the water. I swear they were in there a minute ago. Maybe it was very thirsty. But this is the one that I had used the Keiki paste on the node, and as you can see, it is producing a Keiki, and I would like to keep it alive long enough for that to happen. But I was seeing some signs of phosphorus deficiency. You know, this was getting lighter and lighter, but this has a very purple appearance. This does as well. Although I can't tell with this particular area if it was sun related or not, but I kind of think not. So I've been spraying it as well, and you know, the Keiki itself is pretty purple. So I have been spraying it, and I do believe it is slightly less purple, so perhaps it was all phosphorus. Okay, outside. All right, so here's a couple of my phals. These are actually sitting on the outside of my kitchen windowsill. You know, this one is in rock. I'm gonna, really, dude? That's how he drinks his water. He walks through it and drinks. I wonder why it gets so cruddy. Okay, so these are a couple of the phals that I have moved outside. These are actually sitting on my kitchen windowsill. It's the only windowsill on the outside of the house that I've been able to find that would be appropriate. So these do have some nice little root tips, active root tips. It's one that had lost all of its roots, so it is regrowing. There is some progress there. This one, as you can see, is still damp to about here. To be honest with you, I don't remember if this one has roots that deep or not. And that's one of the reasons I'm having trouble with the watering. I don't know if I should dunk this sucker again or just let it go. Anyway, I'll figure it out. And if I don't, hey, more water culture. Okay, so this one is putting out lots of new roots. This one has some roots down in there. I did decide to go with this just for the more open, you know, give it a shot, see how it goes. And my one poor little mounted Phalaenopsis, I'm killing it. I know I'm killing it, and I need to take it down. The reason I'm killing it is I got a little too aggressive tying it, and it's cutting off its circulation. So yeah, big screw up on my end. I don't know, part of me's kind of tempted just to leave it there and see what happens, but I don't know, I'll probably show mercy on it and take it out. It just wasn't really doing well in anything else. So anyway, that's kind of the update with the phals and water culture and all that. So I guess I'm going to have to dig into this plant and at least find out where the roots are. I don't know. All right. I hope y'all have a lovely day. I've had quite a few posts that I had intended to make and ended up deleting, so I may try to redo some of those. So, you know, if I have several uploads today, I'll probably have quite a run of none later. Y'all have a good day. I wonder why his water gets so cruddy. Can't imagine. This is how he drinks his water. Yes, even in the kitchen. That's fun, isn't it? He said animals are easier than kids. Bo, does it just taste better with your nasty feet in it, dude? Apparently. He does the same thing with the big pool. He'll walk through it and drink as he goes. And then he's going to go eat some plants. Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. Little Vanda update. I wasn't sure how it would go with putting this one in rock. You know, it's hit or miss for me with the Vandas in the rock. So I was going to pick it up and see how it was doing, but check this out. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It'd help if I'd actually had the camera. Look, that root has completely attached to that rock. So I'm very, very happy. I'm seeing some root growth on this. I do dunk it completely in the water and let the roots turn nice and green and plump, and then I just stick it up here and dry it out. It's a baby Vanda, so it probably does get watered a little more often than my big Vandas, but it seems to be liking it. I have some new growth. You can see there's some nice green root tips, and of course that one's now attached. So hopefully I can manage not to kill this one. Where's the other one? Here it is. Get it down here. Okay, this one I'm trying to keep in a little bit shadier location than this one. I had watered it yesterday. It does still have a little bit of green, which is a bit concerning. I would actually like for that to dry out a bit faster. There's almost no roots really down in the rocks. I'm trying to mostly have them sit on top so that they can dry out. But this also comes to, these roots are a little bit thicker than these. So maybe my choice in rocks needs to be different. Maybe I should go with a little bit bigger rock to give it more airspace. See if I can get down in there. But anyway, that's just kind of a quick update on those. And so far, the shade house, let's see if I can get a shot. If I don't break my neck over this hose pipe. I think that's doing pretty well. This is, I guess it's about 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the day. They're facing east. My back is to the east right now. And so I'm thinking this is a good bit of light in the earlier morning, say 8, 9 o'clock. Some of them are pretty much full sun, but it's not such a strong light. So I think this is a good position. I wasn't sure if I wanted it here or if I wanted to move it over there where it actually got more shade. But I think this might be perfect. And I've tried to put, this morning when it was very sunny, I took the higher light plants and moved them where the light was really hitting, my dendrobiums, the Vandas, and I have kind of the Oncidium Alliance in the back on that second shelf. Excuse me, and there's a Zygopapstia back there. I have my frag, and I do see a cattleya or two. I probably will move 1, 2, 3, no, 2. I can't tell. 2 cattleyas. I probably will move those up here. This one Vanda, it was actually getting quite a bit of light. I'm sorry, but that's just stinking cute. How can I not look at that? Wanted to share. Okay, back to it. And yeah, so here's my catasetum that I'm trying desperately to get to grow roots. Still no roots. It's out here in the heat, the humidity, the sun, but go figure. Oh, you may notice that one of my large dendrobium is not out here. When I came out this morning, it had completely snapped its support and was laying, it was in danger of breaking. So I found another support, I've staked it up, and now because it is standing so upright, it's much too tall to fit back in the shade house. So I think it's just gonna hang out here. Good place as any. So I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up now and try to get some stuff done around this nasty house. Okay, I swear this is gonna be the last one. Can y'all tell I have not taken my ADD meds today? Yeah, damn. So here we go. This was just, I found these, they had a really good price on them. It was different ones, and I just kind of stuck them all in here. This is some, I mixed this up. It's got some bark in it, a little sand and stuff, as well as perlite, just to help it drain quickly. But I just thought these were stinking adorable. I love that it had some little pups over here to the side. I just like the texture of this. It's just a really cool plant. And, I have one of my earliest memories, not earliest, but I don't know, I was 5 or 6 years old. We lived in Jackson, Mississippi. And I remember we had this huge cactus right outside our door. And I fell into it because I'm such a graceful person. And I remember having cactus spines pulled out of me for about half an hour to an hour to get them all out. And so, yeah, why I'm fascinated with them and decide to keep them, no idea. But there you have it. Anyway, just wanted to share this. I thought it was kind of semi-cute. All right, I swear that's the last one I'm going to do on this video. Bye.